Hey guys, got here today. I want to talk about Dracula and how I've sort of revised my opinion about him a little bit. So, whenever the patch notes recently, they fixed the instant attack exploit out of bat form, and they also fixed the hug tech with the wolf. So I was like, oh, that's sort of a downgrade. But then they made his cooldown a lot faster. It's like, oh, that's sort of an upgrade. So I was like, okay, overall, going to be a side grade. But after having played him, it feels like overall it's just a straight upgrade. He's just stronger than he was before. Almost to the point of I'm not sure if it's a good thing because I think they buffed the wrong thing about him. My main problem, I would say, is the bat form sort of invalidates spirit. For example, this. I'm just going to fly through the window, cancel my power, and I'm just going to hit him. I've essentially just played spirit here. I've done nothing involving Hellfire or the wolf form or anything else. And not even spirit can do that. Spirit can't just fly through a window, cancel the power, and just hit immediately. Spirit has to still obey, running around structures and stuff like that. The cooldown of bat form is infinitely faster than Spirit's cooldown. Again, it can go over pallets and windows and things like that. It's basically just taking what Spirit does, but you can just do it faster. Now, Spirit does have an edge in certain scenarios, like unsafe pallets when it's a very short loop, for example. Spirit's usually going to do better there because she can swing out of her stealth immediately and gets a pretty large lunge when doing so. So she does have, an upside in a lot of areas, but as a killer that has 3 powers, he really shouldn't appear stronger in any aspect compared to another killer that has that same type of power. It doesn't really make any sense to me. It sort of invalidates the entire concept of Spirit, who over time and patches has gotten weaker and weaker. We had the initial, I think, directional change for her audio, which is a great change, but then we had the whole cooldown duration fix where, increasing the duration would actually affect the cooldown as well. Then we had MDR was nerfed. Like, she's received a bunch of nerfs over time. And so it sort of feels like Dracula, even if his power was just the bat, he would be sort of on par with Spirit, which is kind of weird to me. It sort of invalidates the entire point of Spirit. So I feel like they kind of went a little overkill on the bat form. I wanted the bat form to be the traversal ability, the movement ability. Being able to be on Midwich and just teleport upstairs in 2 seconds is extremely good. That's a very useful power to have. Being able to teleport to a god window and block it off with one of his purple add-ons is extremely useful. You move really fast. You can make up distance lost in a chase by hitting someone very, very quickly. All these things are already useful for bat form. It's still very good. And making the cooldown 2.5 seconds makes it so you don't even really have to do any of the other parts of his kit. You just use bat form and just play it sort of like a weird Spirit, but he still has the other abilities. What I wanted to see was bat form be, the ideal traversal ability, and then the wolf form and the, base Hellfire are the, the main chase abilities and shit like that. But I don't really like how they've sort of switched it to where bat form is like almost the primary thing you do now. It's really weird. And I've seen this from a lot of really good players of Dracula that they're just mostly using they're mostly using the bat form. So I think the way that they buffed it and changed it was kind of weird, and I would have loved to see wolf form be a little bit stronger, or Hellfire feel like a bit better to aim or something like that. But for the most part, he's definitely stronger than I originally gave him credit for. I would say he's very solidly an A-tier killer. He's extremely strong, but I feel like he's strong for like not the good reasons. What should we do about it? I don't know. I feel like you can make a pretty good compromise and make the cooldown after bat form like 3.5 seconds. Just a nice middle ground between the 5 that it used to be and the 2.5 that it currently is, because the fact that you can actively play this killer like Spirit, but then have 2 other powers as well, and frankly, sometimes he's better than Spirit because he can fly through windows and over pallets. It is, I think, not right. I feel like that's just not the right way to do it. Again, I'm not like particularly amazing at Dracula or anything like that, but it definitely felt like my killer was able to do probably slightly more than he should be able to do. Again, I feel like I'm not knowledgeable enough about the killer to offer balance suggestions or offer nerf ideas or, buffs or whatever. I'm just simply not knowledgeable enough about the killer, and I don't like talking about things that I'm not knowledgeable about. So I'm just going off of what a lot of people that are very good at Dracula have told me, and they're saying that it sort of invalidates Spirit, which is just sort of weird. And I'm not sure if that's the correct path that they should have gone with the killer. I'm curious to hear what you guys think, though. This is mostly just I wanted to correct me saying this was a side grade in the patch notes to where I think, no, this is more of just a straight upgrade. So that is going to be it. Curious to hear what you guys think about the new Dracula. Should it be changed in any way? Yeah, I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you next time.